Right.
As if I've got his arse towards me. That means he trusts me.
Does it?
Yes.
Well, you've met him before. So that's us started then.
Okay.
How are you?
Great, thank you. Is it okay to put my feet up here?
Absolutely.
Okay,
There's
thank you.
There's literally
There's a dog's arse in my face.
There's a dog's anus beside you. It's absolutely fine. You put whatever you want there.
Well, it might be cleaner than my shoes, to be honest with you.
Wow.
So
Very good.
these do tend to be quite clean dogs, ain't I?
Anally. Now, I'll be honest. We went for a wee walk and he used the bathroom, and I give him a wee wipe. I've got some doggy deodorizing wipes specifically for his
I
anus.
have done that before. We see you've got he's got a hairy anus. Some dogs with the shorter hair, it doesn't matter so much.
Yeah, I suppose.
But it feels weird. I don't know why this happened to me recently. Oh yes, I do. My dog wasn't very well, but I had some wipes with me, and there's something weird about doing that in public. It looks way too much like we've moved into a different type of relationship than just dog owner and dog.
Yeah.
If I'm wiping his arse.
Are you a Family Guy fan? No.
No, not really.
Oh God.
Tell me anyway. I'll laugh.
Brian makes Stewie change his nappy.
Oh, right.
And he says to him, one finger circular motion and don't you look at me.
Yes.
So I always remember that. I've never used that in a sexy time fashion, but anyway, that is disgusting.
Yes.
So what's the crack? How's it going? You're down in Newry. Wonderful.
I'm here. I'm in Newry. I'm wearing the colours of Armagh. Am I?
Yeah,
No,
that is
red.
more orange than
Orangey
red, to be fair. Would you be big into the GAA at all?
Oh no.
No.
Sorry, I was trying my best there. I was about to go, oh guys, sure.
I'm not either.
No. I do remember getting a day off work though when Armagh won the All Ireland. Probably I'm sure they've won it more than once.
Just only recently.
Oh really?
Yeah, so 2002 was the first time.
I was about to say because it was my first year teaching, and the Monday, like loads of the teachers, I taught in Belfast, but a lot of the teachers were from Armagh,
Right.
and half the staff was missing on that Monday morning, and everybody was like, I think I know why Fionnuala's not here this morning.
She's still lying in Crook Park.
Yes.
The dirty stop out. Ollie, stop eating your leg.
I'll stop too.
Ask the boy. That was 2002, which is a long time ago. I don't really care for the whole situation, but you're supposed to down here, especially in Newry, because it's like, you down woman, or you Armagh woman, and you're like, shut up.
I know.
I'm barely a woman. Just leave me alone. But yeah, I remember that because I was newly kind of dropped out of uni, and I used to still go up to the girls during the week. On my days off from working in the bank nightclub place,
yes.
And went up on the Sunday evening after the game, and sure, the Dublin, my baby takes the Dublin train, and it was full of lunatics. And I remember the TransLink staff coming through the carriages when we were about to go into Portadown and said, "If you could just all sit back from the windows because there's a welcoming party." So there was a load of anti-GAA people. Pelting the train with flying debris.
Oh my God.
I know. I remember being, everybody was.
That was your introduction to the GAA.
It confirmed my notions that I have no interest in it.
It seems like there's a lot of great crack to be had around the whole, like all sports, I suppose. There's a lot of there's a lot of shenanigans that go on around it that seem like great crack. I mean, I'm one of those people who, if there's a World Cup on, if there's any sort of event type thing, I'm very happy to go to the bar and watch it.
Right, okay.
Just don't ask me what's going on.
So it's an event.
The event part,
yes, I get you.
Yeah. I wouldn't really understand now what's going on in many sports, but I'm very happy to come and support.
Did you play any sports at school?
No, I did not.
I
was
all music.
Shite. No, I was the person, and I hated PE so much. Have traumatic memories of that, just because I'm not a very graceful person. I trip over a lot.
As is the reasoning behind your podcast,
Scundered. Yes, of course, thank you. And no, I would fall down constantly. And I went to a school where netball was like that's the sort of school I went to. Netball was king, queen, whatever. And if you weren't good at it, you weren't good at anything.
You're a loser.
You were a loser.
An all-round loser.
And really, let's be honest, who were the losers? What is netball?
You can't even move your feet.
No.
What's that? You stand there?
Actually, I've just remembered my wee nephew's brilliant at it. So no, you go, Ryan. That's fine.
Netball and not basketball.
No, netball.
Right,
It's a real there's a lot of like girls' schools, and it's a girls' sport, isn't it? At the minute, but it should be. I don't know why.
Well, funny we should be talking about schools, Teresa, because I have just returned from. I was invited back to my former school.
Oh, were you?
This afternoon.
Were you like one of those drug addicts who comes in and is all like, I have reformed my life?
No, but thanks. I was there in capacity as a celebrity.
Oh, were you?
Oh, I was, yes. To judge year 10 dance competition.
Oh, class. And how long did this take?
Do you know what? It was quite swift because a friend of mine who I went to school with, Anna, is a lady of the dance, and she went into the school and choreographed and did stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then another girl who was in our year at school is now a teacher. I think she's like a head of department or sort of like drama or whatever. So so we were all there, and so somebody obviously went, should get McCooey in.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm all like, yeah.
For your dance expertise, knowledge. I was going to say, what qualified you to be judging this?
I haven't watched every single Janet Jackson video from the 90s. So I know my way around a bit of choreography.
Bit of Paula Abdul.
Absolutely. Oh, get that.
I used to love that song. Opposites Attract. Remember that one?
2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
We work together because opposites attract. And we could be lovers.
Oh, he makes the bed.
And I change the covers.
It's actually I make the bed and he steals the covers. But you know what? Feminine servitude is fine.
I've really updated that for the 2020s.
The Pankhurst edit.
I'll iron your shorts while you make the money.
Jesus. It's just this big misogynistic cartoon cat.
I used to love that.
Beating Paula Abdul.
Speaking of Paula Abdul in the 90s, I remember entering the Smash Hits Smash Hits Awards every year.
Yeah,
I would write
the poll winners party. I would submit entries for that every year, and I used to always vote for the same people over and over and over again.
Was it yourself? Teresa Livingstone, Christmas on their Own. I used to always vote for best video, Paula Abdul, Opposites Attract, because there was a cartoon cat in it, and I was like, how are you going to do better than that?
How are you going to do better than that? I mean, like the synchronicity.
It was very, very good
in that video. I loved it. It was great. But Paula Abdul, I think she needs more kudos than she gets.
Now, for her, isn't she more of a choreographer? Maybe she should have been
absolutely
your old school.
Absolutely. But she did have she had Opposites Attract. She had Rush. Hurry, hurry, love, and come to me.
I love that.
Brilliant song.
Wasn't that sort of a bit after Opposites Attract?
I'm not sure.
I'm quite sure I had that on a tape,
and,
like a wee single tape.
It was The Way You Love Me. I think she did as well. And Paula, one of my favourite songs.
Is that the start of it?
Yeah, it is. Janet, give me a record deal.
I literally don't know any of her other songs. So, oh yeah.
Lost in a dream. I don't know which way to go.
That's right. Do you know what? She does have way more than you think of.
Yeah. Straight up.
Straight up, now tell me, do you really want to love me forever? Oh.
See?
Yes. Excellent.
Do you want to get a carry out?
I'll just sit here and sing Paula Abdul. Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think there'd be a pretty short carry out. It'd be one buzzball. That'd be it. She has had some hits, but like she hasn't had a six pack. Like, you know,
I know it'd be over by middle of the Blossom Hill wee half bottle.
Would you be a wine drinker?
Yeah, I am. Well, I quit drinking last year, but I started again. So well done me. I did stop drinking for a good period of time, and it would have been wine. I would have drank wine.
Yeah,
wine, with the occasional Jameson and ginger thrown in for good measure. Love a wee Jameson and ginger.
I've never went down the whiskey route at all.
No, I don't like whiskey. I'm not like a connoisseur or someone who I couldn't drink straight whiskey or anything like that. Can't. But I do like a wee Jameson and ginger.
Apparently it's all. And Jameson and cranberry. Whenever was we called? Well, cultures call it Jameson. But I remember whenever they were trying to make it a thing, they were trying to rebrand it as not just for old men.
Yes,
it was Jameson and ginger or Jameson and cranberry.
I've not tried.
And they tried to push that, in bars and stuff back in the day.
I'm not sure that works.
I don't know how it would work either.
You see, the ginger is a nice, and it's fizzy as well. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I but I don't drink anymore as much as I used to. Just sort of special occasions and
I went off
Tuesdays.
I went off it, to be honest. It's Tuesday.
No, it is Tuesday.
Steaming already. No, I've sort of went off it a wee bit.
Yeah.
Just because I can't be arsed. But so anyway, as I was saying, I was up at my school today.
Oh yeah.
And God, the energy of them. I was like, now to me, year 10 is third year.
That's right. Yes.
And I was like,
Always
when I was in third year, there's not a mission that because there was one, so there was A, B, C, and D, and each one had a routine, and there were
solos. Or there were groups of kids doing it.
Groups, yeah. So that's how. Yeah. So it was so three. I was a B, so it was 1B, 1C, 1D.
Oh,
1A.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
There was one class that had dramatically less in their little performance group than all the rest of them, and I was like, I would absolutely have been me.
Yeah.
It's like some people didn't come in, and I was like, oh.
They all promised the would.
Yeah, because it was like one class. What was the first song they did? So there all seems to be a mashup element these days. Right? So it'll be
short attention spans.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Right.
Nobody wants to hear more than like 10 seconds of a song.
So well, actually, the biggest class they did, they went with the Beach Boys for a bit of Surfing USA.
Right.
And then it cut very sharply and at no real specific juncture in the song to Lush Life by Zara Larsson.
Right.
Now I found another crush. Right.
Okay. There's no rhyme or reason to it, but
there's no beat matching been done.
No.
But yeah, so then they all kicked into their wee there's a TikTok viral dance for it and stuff. So yeah, a lot of energy, a lot of
I feel like you're giving me the feedback now, as in like,
oh, I was good.
You look good. Were you going all Simon Cowell on them? I didn't like it.
I resisted.
I loved it.
I resisted telling a room full of young impressionable teens that they looked good. I don't think it was appropriate. But yeah, no, I give them the whatever. I was all very deadpan because I was very fully aware of the fact that it was ludicrous that I was there in that capacity. So,
why don't you show us some of your moves?
Yeah, just be all my moves were going to be like Fat Monica from Friends. Do you know? That?
Oh dear.
You know, but do you know what? Unreal being back. It was such a visceral like.
Was that the first time you've gone back to your school since you left?
No, I was a bit of a lick. So for the first couple of years after I left, I would have went up and given a gift to my now deceased old A-level religion teacher,
right,
Mr. McElroy. I would have went up with a packet of cigars for him,
right,
because he liked a wee cigar and he was the nicest man, so nice. And
how long were you doing that for?
Only a couple of years.
Oh, right, okay.
I think it was grief more so than anything else, because I didn't want to leave. I loved school.
Oh, right, okay.
I loved school.
Yeah,
didn't do a top of work. But I loved, I loved the crack.
So you obviously liked the teachers as well as like the students and everyone. You just you feel like it was a wee.
I think the teachers just knew that I was there just to get a break. Do you know what I mean? They were like, just let her at it. If she does the exams, well and good, and if she doesn't, she's not doing any harm.
Yes,
so I would have had the crack with everybody. Probably was quite obnoxious and irritating, but I don't care. And yeah, so it's been a long time I was up, but it's so mad. Like you had to get a lanyard and you had to tap yourself out. Yeah, there was a wee tap thing, and you had to like press sign out, and I was like, what is this?
I know, it's like a high security prison now.
Very bizarre.
It is really weird, and considering like what schools used to be like when, like, I know there's an age gap between us, but like the idea of even having to sign in,
it's not that big a gap.
Yes, there is. How old are you?
44 this year.
All right, I thought you were younger than that.
Are you 46?
I am. I'm nearly 47. I'll be 47 in a few weeks.
Yeah, so that's why I was thinking. I was like, we'll probably marry up here on 90s music.
On 90s music, yes.
Do you know who else is a great one for 90s music? Dave Elliott.
Yeah.
Deadly man.
I had a whole discussion with him about Busted isn't the 90s, and they're also not a band, so we won't get into that. But we had a discussion about Busted on my podcast, and I put a clip on about it with me slagging him off for liking Busted and saying Busted was his favourite band. I said, because they're not a band. And Matt Willis from Busted was like, who is this woman and who's this legend? I want him to come to my next gig in Belfast.
I did say something about that. Did you feel bad?
No, because he is, I think he's a bit weird, that guy, Matt Willis. I'm calling him out. Let's go.
Has he got his demons? Like he has his demons, has he?
I think so.
Aye.
But he did reach out to Dave and invited him to come to the gig and everything that they were doing in Belfast.
Do you know what? That's great. It wouldn't be for me, but I mean, if I'm trying to think of somebody obscure, like I don't know, if Tony Mortimer from E17 was like, McCooey, do you want to come round to my house and watch the World Cup? I'd be like 100%. Because I don't think they're doing.
I would, yes.
Or John. Is it?
The from E17.
It was John and Terry, wasn't there?
Yeah, I don't know which one's which. No.
One of them's a Tyler.
He looked at it at the time as well.
He did, but one of them is a Tyler. So if he said was like, "Do you want me to come?"
Those two looked like shower? they were renovating whatever studio the other two were practicing in.
Yeah,
and fell into a photo, and everyone was like, "That's the band."
But they had so many hits, like you don't really realize, like in terms of like chart positions and stuff, they had lots.
My sister was a massive E17 fan, and I think I was so to take that at the time. I was really like, I hate them. I ignored A17.
Did you get paranoid whenever a new boy band would come along? You'd be like, excuse me, back the fuck off. Do not steal Take That's crown.
No, I'm not even sure. Yes, I'm not. I say I like Take That, and I went to see them live. I'm not even sure I even like them that much. It's just a tribal thing. Do you know what I mean? Not even sure I was that sold by their music. I was just a bit like, that's my identity now. I like Take That. So that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I love Take That. And then there would have been a bit of a split there, whenever you went into big school.
Yeah.
Between people who like Take That and people who like Boyzone. And I was like, Boys were shit.
No, I know, they're shit. They just do covers.
Yeah.
I think I was talking about this very recently. I get confused now about telling stories about who I've told them to and who haven't. I was such a delusional.
Mom.
I was such
okay.
Calling you all the different names. I go, Shona, Mary, Jazz and Leanne, whatever your name is.
Aye.
I was so deluded as a teenager when I went to see Take That in the King's Hall. My mum picked me up and I was like, I'd never been to like a proper big live gig, right? So my adrenaline was going through, like I was high from just the excitement of having been completely out of it, right? And I was in the car and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And my mum went, well, the night's not over yet. I have another surprise for you at home. And I was like, oh my God. And in my head, I thought, she has got Take That to visit my house.
In the gaff.
I drove home from the King's Hall, just been all like, can't believe I'm about to meet Take That. This is amazing. And so we went in and it turns out we'd got a dog. That was the big surprise.
Aww.
And I was so I was like, oh, is this it? Oh,
this is shit, Mom.
Is Marco not coming in? What's going on?
I'm trying desperately to think of a Take That lyric here to fucking. Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh
but anyway, what a weird child. Weird.
And did you give the dog a Take That related name?
No, that was the dog that we called Megan. That was the first bit of material I ever had, I think, about dogs with human names. That was Megan.
I believe I was at that concert as well. Would it possibly been the 18th of November 1983?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Was there another time they did the King's Hall?
No.
Oh, well, then I was there.
Yes, I was at it. And D. Ream supported them.
Yes.
Bangers there. Don't even start me. I was like, fuck, this is unbelievable.
It was.
And then D. Ream came after supporting Take That in the King's Hall, reached the dizzy heights of playing Newry Sports Centre.
Oh my God.
And I went to see them.
Were you like, seen it?
No, I was like, I follow this band around. I'm 11.
And they're one song.
Don't start.
Oh, sorry, excuse me. Did they have more as well?
Indeed they did. They had You're the Best Thing.
Oh yes. Sorry, I have my mic caught there.
Their second, the difficult second album, they had Party Up the World. Remember
no,
it? I like it.
I'd maybe know it if I heard it. I don't think
Party Up the World's a great song, actually.
All right, I'll have to take your word for it. I don't remember.
I'll link you to a Spotify playlist of all these songs.
Mate, start with Paula Abdul.
Paula Abdul and D. Ream. But I went to that concert in the King's Hall, but I was a wee culchy.
Yes.
I was like, the place was packed.
It was, but I still remember. In my mind, it's like there were no fire regulations at that time, and people were just crushed in. People hanging off balconies. I just remember my own hair swirling around in front of me because I was screaming and jumping and
I didn't squeal around. And I was just like,
here now, that's nice now.
Yeah, fuck off. No, I'd have been too. And like even now, like if I go to a concert, I unless it's Kylie.
Right.
I would have a wee boogie at Kylie.
Yes.
But in general, especially if there's a band and you can see the band playing, I will stand stock still pretty much. I might have a wee bop. But I'll watch.
A wee toe tap.
I'm watching generally the bass and the drums. That's what I'm watching.
Okay.
I played the drums back in the day.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that. We should do it. We should get a band to get. Oh, Darren Matthews plays drums as well.
Well, we can't. We could have a drum off.
Yeah.
He would be much better. Now, when I say I played the drums, it was a long time ago. And see, I was in a band.
Right, okay.
I was in a band with my friends. We went to like a music-oriented youth club called the Magnet Centre.
Right.
And which was for tortured people. For the tortured. You know, who listened to Nirvana.
Oh, right, okay.
Pearl Jam.
I thought you meant tortured as in you were being bullied elsewhere, so this was like a refuge.
No. Or just somewhere where you meant to be bullied with impunity. No, well, really. No, you see, you could have went in there in your school uniform and you could have smoked a cigarette.
Oh, right.
You know, and been all like, oh, I'm so depressed, my parents don't understand me.
Yeah.
You know, put on Manic Street Preachers. And we would have done all that sort of thing. But we decided to form a band.
But did everyone play the drums and bass?
Well, no. A couple of the boys already could play instruments, so they were sorted. So one boy was like, well, I'm going to play a lead, and the other boy was like, well, I'll play a rhythm. And then the only other girl in it was Sarah. She was going to be lead vocalist. And then there was Joe and me. So Joe was like, I'm going to play the bass. I was like, well, I'll play the drums. So Joe and I went to lessons.
Right.
And he went to his bass and I went to my drums on a Saturday for a while, and we never jammed, we never gigged, we never played together. I don't even think we were all in the same room, but we had matching friendship bracelets that Sarah
Therefore, you were a band.
And the band's name, I hear you ask, was Apathy.
Apathy?
Apathy. Apathy.
Do you know, I bet you spent more time thinking about that than actually like, what are we actually going to play or get together and play music?
No, we did have a set list. And one of the boys in the band had a computer at home.
Oh, wow.
And he had, clip art. Well, I suppose that was a standard issue thing.
Yes.
But so everybody got to pick 2 songs that they wanted to perform as a band. And mine were Dreams by Fleetwood Mac and Local Boy in the Photograph by Stereophonics.
Right.
Yes. So Paddy went away and typed everybody's suggestions up into a set list. And it said at the top, Apathy set list. You know?
In the word art swirly.
Yeah. But when it came to mine, he didn't write Local Boy in the Photograph. He wrote Local Boy in the Newspaper. And we were like,
parody
what
song?
the fuck is this, man? And he was all like, same thing.
Local Boy in the
Fuck
Newspaper.
you. Yeah. So the band fell by the wayside. But Joe played bass so well that he has, and he's still in a band, a thrash metal band.
Very good.
Called Gamma Bomb, who tour all over like Europe
Class.
and South America and Japan and stuff.
You could be. I was watching a documentary the other day about the Beastie Boys, and they were I don't know if you've seen it. They did it live in New York. They're on stage talking about their lives and then showing clips and everything. It's really, really good. And they're in their first group when they were like kids at school. They had a girl in the band, and I've forgotten her name, but all the early stuff was them
like
with this girl,
like a Fergie to the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah. But she was very cool. That's you.
I'm always worried. Yes. So what? Obviously, you are a musician.
Yeah.
What put you into the old music then?
Fucking hell. I can't remember now because we always had a piano in our house. And my dad played the piano. My granny was a singer. There was always kind of like...
Is her name Pearl?
No. Her name was Bridie Gallagher, and she's the person who sang The Boys from the County Armagh.
Get the fuck.
Yeah.
Hence... No, don't touch me.
Come on.
That was a Jeremy Corbyn moment. I'm gesticulating towards your Armagh rig out.
Yeah. So that's why I came here today to promote her single.
Was she like an Irish like folk chanteuse?
She was, yeah. She was. Here I am talking about her again. She was actually really famous, like in the 50s, and she toured the world. Like she was in the States, and She played Royal Albert Hall. She did like the.
And this was
my granny.
Your granny.
Mm-hmm. My dad's mum.
That's very cool.
So, growing up, she's from Donegal, but that was one of her songs. Was "The Boys from the County Armagh." So anytime you hear it playing, it's usually her version of it. Do you get
any money?
Yeah.
Do you? Shit me.
So, but no, I'll tell you what it is. She died in 2012. So what's that? 14 years ago now. And so my dad, it was just as a gesture, really. Like he gave us the rights to any of her residuals or any, like she doesn't, and it's not a lot, right? But occasionally, every now and then, we check our eyes for like £2.53 because someone has bought like one of the albums in Vietnam or something like that. It's very hard. The rights are very hard to chase up, I think, because it's almost like in the public domain.
Were a big fan of your
Apparently they were. But yeah, so that's her song. So she gave us the piano.
Hold on. Did she write it?
No.
Okay.
She sang. She released it as a single.
Right, okay. All right.
So she released her first album she recorded in London with George Martin of the Beatles. And that's before he did the Beatles, obviously. So she was in Abbey Road, recorded that, he produced it. And then he was going to do her next album, and I think my dad has a letter somewhere where he wrote to her to say that he can't produce her next album. He's working with this other band.
Right, with four marks.
These four fellas. So somebody else did it. But anyway, she was huge. She was anyone of an age, say, like my parents' age group and over, they would all know who she is.
That is incredibly cool.
So she was very, very glam, and she had lots of she had all her dresses kind of made for her, and it was all sparkle and glamour and all of this. And so we had all of those as like dressy up things. So my childhood was me playing around the piano and putting on shows and directing my siblings in those shows, whether they wanted to be in it or not.
Right.
And yeah. So that's probably where, like, we all sort of played music and stuff like that.
So there's music in the house.
There's music in the house.
Right.
But I went to uni and studied music as well, and kept saying I didn't know what I was going to do, but it certainly wasn't going to be a teacher. And finished that and then went into teaching.
Fair. Right. So
yeah.
So that's very. I was not expecting that.
Yes.
And would your granny then, would she have sung in the house then? Would it have been like a,
Yeah. So granny's singing. Not so much. No, I would have been like, enough of you, it's me. My turn. Attention.
Shut up, Bridie.
Yeah, we've heard it. We've heard it before. No, she was still working. Like, she was still performing up until maybe the early 2000s. She would still be out touring and doing stuff. So we'd have like, my mum and dad are great. They're great crack, and right. they love a sing song. So there was a lot of parties growing up with not like mad raging parties, but there was a lot of music. So like sing songs, being woke, like as children, somebody coming upstairs and being like, come downstairs and sing a wee song. You'd be like, it's 2 a.m. I'm 12. Yeah. Get up.
And what would have been your party piece then?
Oh, well, you see now, I probably would have been playing like Eternal Flame by the Bangles or something. Yeah. And that's hard to beat.
It is.
But no, nothing like my granny's, music or anything like that. We would have I was all into my pop and writing my own very heartfelt, meaningful songs and show tunes and, you name it. Anything probably but Irish traditional or ballads.
Right, okay. Can you remember the first single or the first album you ever bought?
The first single I ever bought was Leave a Light On For Me by Belinda Carlisle.
Ooh.
Yes. Ooh. On a 7-inch disc. What do you call it? Record.
A wee LP. Well,
a wee LP. Not an LP. Do you remember the wee single?
Yeah.
And that used to buy them in Boots. That's where I got that, downtown in Boots, when I was about
very hard song to sing.
It is very hard to sing.
Which is quite up there.
Yeah. That was So that was the very first one, and then I don't remember after that. I just remember that felt very like I was very grown up whenever I went and bought that with my own money.
I've never even bought a fucking 7-inch single.
Yeah.
Because I'm a bit of a fucking geek, like, and Yeah, the first...
What was your first single?
The first single that I bought all on my own was Informer by Snow.
Oh, very good. What, Informer?
I like you bum bum down. I bought it. And my first album... The first album that I had was Rick Astley, Whenever You Need Somebody.
Okay.
I think it was bought alongside a Walkman that maybe was given to me as a birthday present or maybe come from Santa.
Can I tell you something embarrassing about Walkmans? You see, for the first maybe 10 years of me ever owning one, I did not know that Sony was a brand.
Oh.
And I used to call it my Sony Walkman. But
as a flex.
But I didn't really. We all did in my house. But I'd be sitting like in the car with my sisters and going, "Does anyone got my Sony Walkman? Do you have my Sony Walkman?" And it was only when I said it in front of other people for the first time, they're like, "What the fuck? What? It's just a Walkman?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "What do you mean?" So I didn't realise that was like me walking around going, "What's on the
Panasonic
Mitsubishi TV tonight?"
Oh God.
My Sony Walkman.
My Sony Walkman. I actually don't think mine was a Sony. It was probably, I don't know, whatever
I'm not even sure mine was. I was just calling it a Sony
whatever
Walkman.
The equivalent of Silvercrest was back in the
Alba,
80s.
Wasn't that
Alba.
a brand?
Yeah.
An Alba cassette tape, yeah.
I had the Rick Astley album. I didn't actually know, but Whenever You Need Somebody, the single is actually a cover, and it was a lady who sang it. I only found that out the other day via TikTok, which is fucking great for music trivia.
Yes.
And then the first album I bought with my own money was by a very well-known boy band who were out in the, I suppose, mid-90s called EYC.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
EYC stood for Express Yourself Clearly. And it was
Express Yourself Clearly.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of passive aggressive.
It was a white guy, a black guy, and a Hispanic guy. And they sang things like The Way You Work It.
I have no memory of this whatsoever.
It's all for you and me. The way you work it, baby.
That sounds really... Well, that sounds like almost every song at that time. So that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, there was definitely a lot of boy band manufactured stuff.
Yeah, it was a New Jack Swing type fucking...
EYC.
Yeah.
So what did you say that was the first single you bought?
The first album that I bought with my own dough.
That wasn't given to you. I don't remember. See, I didn't buy albums that much. I kept recording songs off the radio, making my own little album, and then I think I got Tori Amos album whenever I was like 14, and then just went into this like navel gazing sort of. I'm just very creative and artistic now, and nobody understands me.
Cornflake Girl?
Yes,
that must be class.
Yes.
To just rock up somewhere, and
I know,
because there's a piano in the Canal Court Hotel in the mezzanine area. There's just this and it must be. I would love if I had like 3 wishes. One of them would be that I could just
go and sit down and play it in front of it and start the room,
and everybody be like, "Good God,
wow!" I played once at at a school concert, like a school music spring concert thing. My my music teacher at the time had said, "Oh, you're doing your grade 8. Do you want to play at the spring concert?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be great." But I decided to play and sing Leather, which is a Tori Amos song from that first album. And the first line is, "Look, I'm standing naked before you." Right? Now, I hadn't really thought about the lyrics. I just there's a really nice bridge in it that I got to play. And I obviously went to a Catholic school. The principal was a priest. And I came out on stage.
Oh,
and it was just all like... The local church all just sort of sat in the front row, and I was all, "Look, I'm standing naked before you," and I could just see the faces like that. And I was like, "I'm doing the whole thing. I'm an artiste."
And did you play? Did you get
play the whole thing? My music teacher spoke to me afterwards and was just like, "What happened to the Mozart Sonata?" And I was like, "It's out the window.
I'm a cornflake girl now.
I'm a cornflake girl. I am such a rebel. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be.
You could have been worse. You could have done Raspberry Swirl.
No, wasn't out at that point.
It's a fucking banger.
Yes,
that is a tune.
I went to see Tori Amos again quite recently, and this is the thing about nostalgia, I think, because I first discovered her when I was around 14 and totally loved her, like fell in love, and now I feel like it's more of I have a hangover that I can't not go and see her.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't really, the music's not really doing anything for me now. So you sort of go along and you're a bit like, just do something from like 35 years ago, please.
Is she still releasing stuff? Like,
yeah.
Right.
There's a new album, and I haven't got the new album at all, but no. So I went and see her, and I was a wee bit like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
What's the best concert you've ever been to?
No. Oh, Jesus. The best you see, music-wise or experience-wise,
I know it is.
Do you know the way sometimes you can have the best time at a concert? It's not because it was anything special about the concert. It was just like the environment. So I remember going to see U2 when they played in Botanic in... This is all very 90s centric.
97?
Yes. It was the summer I'd finished. I'd left school. And there was something about that the whole atmosphere. We got tickets right at my mum got me and my sister's tickets somehow, like on the day of the gig. So we hadn't planned to go, and then we went, and it was amazing.
Is that the like pop era discotheque? And
yes, the one with the big... It was the stage where they had the big lemon. No, it wasn't pop then. It was before that, was it?
Oh my God,
there was a big lemon, and it separated, and then they all came out on the lemon. Whatever that means.
On the lemon.
Or I also, like, but I've been to, I went to a festival in Portugal about 15 years ago and saw The Streets, and had one of the best nights I've ever had.
Really?
Ever. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say I remember it all in great detail, but there's really random things like that where I'm sort of like, it was such a good gig, but I
wouldn't have expected you to go to a Streets gig now. Yeah, they kind of just disappeared.
I know. That brilliant. I loved that. I had that album because that was around 2005, 2006, was it? That's when I was living abroad in Gran Canaria.
A song called, was it Blinded by the Lights?
Yes.
But it was quite dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that. And Dry Your Eyes, Mate, obviously. Yeah. I think it's so hard. I went through a phase about... I suppose about 15 or 20 years ago now, Jesus, of going to see legends. Because I wasn't going on holidays and stuff. Well, it's about 15 plus years ago. And I was on a wild diet, and all I did was eat the same food every day for 5 days. And then I would have rewarded myself by allowing myself to have rice. Or baked potatoes at the weekends. So I wasn't drinking, and I was very... But instead I was going to concerts. So I checked off so many. Phil Collins, Whitney, George.
Oh, you saw Whitney Houston?
I did, yeah. Whenever she was...
a bit coked up.
Well, no. There was two girls behind me in Dublin, and they were like, oh, wait, now she's desperate. Now she needs to fucking slow down. And I was like, you need to leave, bitch. They were so rude about her. Janet, I went to see Janet Jackson.
Oh, wow.
George Michael... Tina Turner.
Wow.
Fucking click, 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 click. I'm delighted that I did.
Did these people all die shortly after you'd seen them?
Do you need to point that out? No, well, George had good innings for a while after that. I think I saw him in like 2007 or something.
Yeah.
And he was great. But like if you were to ask
so you've seen real... Yeah. Those weren't emerging new talents.
No, well, you couldn't compare Phil Collins to Kylie. You couldn't say,
I know, it's so different.
It was better. They're totally different.
Yeah.
Because like Kylie's obviously spectacle.
That's it. And I love a bit of a spectacle as well.
But she's also good. Like, I mean...
Yeah.
She's not...
Have you seen that documentary? The Netflix documentary about her?
I haven't seen it yet. I watched the one on BBC about Michael Hutchence that she was in quite a bit. And it was heartbreaking.
I find that... Jesus, I wasn't expecting the one on Netflix to be... But I thought it was going to be quite sort of just like a nice kind of retrospective on like, oh, do you remember that song and this song? But it's quite sad. She went through so much. But it's made me... She has one of her like a song in her most recent album is the theme song for the documentary, and at the very end it explains a little bit about what the song's about. And now I listen to it now, and I love it. It's really upbeat and it's really quick. It's not like a sad song, but the lyrics in it are about stuff she was having to deal with. We love you, Kylie.
Do you know what? I love Kylie. I love her so much. Put Yourself in My Place is a beautiful song.
What now? How does that go?
I'm not going to sing it.
Oh.
But it was out around 94, 95. So it was. Do you remember she came out with "Confide in Me"?
I do, yes.
And it was all like,
she's gone indie and all.
This is a bit indie.
Yeah.
So, but it was out around that time. So put yourself in my place is an absolutely gorgeous song.
I bet I'll know it if I hear it.
I'm a big fan. And Danny. I love a bit of Danny as well.
Yes.
You know?
I'm not as familiar now with the repertoire of Danny Minogue.
See, do you know what your problem is, Teresa?
Tell me what my problem
You're
is.
not a homosexual. That's what's wrong with you. Us homos,
I'm not doing the deep dive, as it were.
Well, as it were. We do tend to deep dive into the old pop and dance.
So Danny's, what were her songs? I don't remember any of them.
She had Baby Love and Kisses.
No.
I suppose she had a bit of a resurgence in sort of 2002, 2. Put the needle on it.
The needle on it. I remember that.
And there was like she did a couple of like housey tracks where she was guest vocal.
Yeah.
Very much Kremlin bangers.
Sure.
Bangers at the time. But yeah, I like Danny as well. I think she got a bad rap. She got
a hard time. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sharon,
I'll never forgive Earl Osborne for that bitch.
She has exposed herself as being a nasty old bitch, hasn't she?
Can't. God forgive me.
I just remembered one of the most embarrassing gigs I ever went to was on my 16th birthday in the RDS in Dublin, and it was Bon Jovi. They were playing on my birthday, right? And I was not a cool teenager, all right? And I went down with my friend to see that, and I was wearing... I remember very well, we bought Bon Jovi t-shirts at the door. So we both had our Bon Jovi t-shirts on, and I was wearing tie-dye trousers, which I'd gotten fresh garbage and thought, I'm cool now.
Smelling the patchouli.
Yes. So, spoiler, I was not cool, but I was wearing the trousers anyway. And so me and my friend, we were down for the day. We got there so early. We got right up to, we were like first ones in, got right up to the front, and then didn't realise we'd have to stand there for like 9 hours waiting for the gig to actually start. But we were right at the front barrier. And the support act was Ugly Kid Joe.
Oh God!
Do you remember that song?
Hate
it's everything about you. Yes,
you.
Right. So they were the support act, and we were like, this is amazing. And then Bon Jovi came on, and the crowd really started to like push right up to the front. And me and my friend got separated, and then I started to get pushed up against the barrier at the front, and I was starting to panic.
Yeah,
and was getting a wee bit like, oh my god. So I started to scream and sort of get a little bit overwrought, and one of the bouncers obviously saw me, and I kind of went a wee bit woozy, so he lifted me out of the crowd, and my foot got stuck under the barrier at the front, right? So for about a minute or so, I was stuck over this bouncer's shoulder with my arse in the air, right?
Your wee tie-dye arse.
With my tie-dyed arse in the air. And my friend who'd been trying to find me, she just looked up, and on the screen she could just see this tie-dyed arse, and she just went, fuck, that's Teresa's arse. And she saw the bouncer just like trying to loosen my foot, and then he got me over to the other side. So she was able to sort of say, that's my friend, and they pulled her around the side, said, right, take her over there. So they wouldn't let me go back into the crowd straight away. They said, just go up and sit in those bleachers, just sit there until you get your wind back. And that's where Ugly Kid Joe were sitting. And they were all sat watching, like they were all like just sprawled out with beers watching the show, and me and my friend both sitting there in our tie-dye trousers. And our wee Bon Jovi t-shirts were too shy to actually like speak to them. We just sat there beside them, and they must have been like, these are the girls have got for us. Like,
which one of you's Joe? God,
hey, we're going home with you guys.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Do you remember in The Name of the Father, whenever Jerry Conlon is eating his dinner when he's come home from London, and he sees somebody getting arrested on TV under the Prevention of Terrorism Act, and he sees the matching shoes that him and Paul Hill got, and the wee girl goes, "Jerry, there's your shoes. Teresa, there's your arse.
There's your arse."
Fuck
on
me.
The screen for everyone to see. I know.
Oh,
and then
God.
I didn't see most of the rest of the gig. I think I saw like 2 songs at the start, and then
I think everybody went through a Bon Jovi phase, though.
Yeah,
at some stage in their life.
Yeah, I they're quite poppy songs, really. Like the stuff
so
that they
poppy.
Yeah. So they're not. It's not very hardcore to be a Bon Jovi.
Cock rock, I think. Is that? It's not.
I've never heard that before.
Maybe it's not. Maybe they're not so much cock. Maybe it's like the likes of Def Leppard and stuff. Might be.
Right. Okay.
Pour some sugar on it is a tune.
That is great. I saw a brilliant burlesque act dance to that. That's all I have to say about that. She was great.
Fair enough. Are you still in touch? But it's very like.
Yeah, it was good.
It's strip clubby. It's dive bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. That and, ZZ Top and stuff like that. Maybe not ZZ Top. It's not very sexy.
No. I don't often go to burlesque shows, but I did take a burlesque class at one point.
Did you?
This is before I got into comedy.
Okay.
I was doing evening classes at an arts centre in Belfast, and I was literally just trying anything. So I was doing Tai Chi at one point, and then I signed up for a burlesque class, and it happened. It was scheduled for like in the same room the next hour after the Tai Chi class. So I'd be doing Tai Chi for the first hour, and then I'd just sit there and wait for the burlesque ones to come in, and then I would do the burlesque class.
So you'd be all zen, and you'd been doing your meditative breathing and everything, and then you were,
we were doing a choreographed routine too. What was the song? It was Christina Aguilera's Nasty Naughty Girl.
That dirty?
No. It's like a I'll have to find it after this. It's not a song I'd ever heard before. It's sort of like a burlesque sounding. It's not like one of her big pop hits. Have I imagined this? No, Nasty Naughty Girl, I think it was called.
Nasty Naughty Girl.
It's not me trying to think of the word dirty, but just can't say it.
I was like, what?
All right, grandma.
Filthy beast.
Whore, I think it was called.
Yeah. I was never a big Christina fan, I have to say.
No, me neither.
Not a big. She Golders too much for me.
Yeah, there was a bit too much of the
She really.
That was a very good impression of her.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, it sounds like the Northwest.
No, I wasn't a big. See, I was aging out at that point because her and Brittany and all. That's when I was at uni. I think at that point
I was over it. Were you?
I was over it. It was very sophisticated, very mature.
Yeah, I know. I quite liked. I did like Dirty, the tune, but then that was actually like I was like a callback, like an answer back to a rapper called Redman who had a song called "Let's Get Dirty," and then he guested on the track. Just saying.
Didn't know that.
Just saying, if Kate and Vinny or anybody in Radio Ulster want me to come on and bore your listeners with music factoids, I am your woman.
Yes.
But no,
I can also come on and not know them and just go, don't know that one.
Did I ever heard that one?
Haven't heard
it. Nasty Naughty, who knows?
Nasty Naughty Girl.
Yeah.
Sure, that's what it's called.
Nasty Naughty Girl. That's what them priests were saying about you.
I came out on stage and went,
harlot. I did get into all that because I was working in a nightclub at that stage.
Right,
so I was the tunes were off the hook in the sort of early 2000s. So you had a bit of Mary J and stuff like that. But it's to put people feral, like.
Yeah. But did it not drive you mad having to listen to it on repeat?
A wee bit, because there was such a format, like it, DJ on Saturday night would invariably play the same stuff. You knew the night was kicking off when it would be, let's get it crunk, we're gonna have fun up on up.
Oh yeah.
And there'd be a load of Nuri girls going, that's nice song. And then at 1:45 you knew that the bar was closed because he'd play the bongo song by Safri Duo.
No, I don't know that.
Yeah,
I'd probably know it if I heard it. I would probably have some sort of muscle memory to it and get up and leave.
Yeah, be like, fuck cloakroom. But do you know what? But whenever that song would play, I think the customers actually knew as well, because the
conditioning,
the cloakroom line would just be like rammed. Then as soon as that song was on, and you knew that bar closed, and away we go. And then it was the last lock of songs before quitting time. I know.
Don't even think about cloak. Do they still have them?
I don't know.
I don't know if you do that anymore. If you go in and check your wee code in and then go for a dance, or leave it on the floor in front of you, dance around it.
That's what I used to say. I would have done a bit of DJing every now and again whenever they wanted to save money or whatever, and I would have done that first sort of hour and a half, which was basically play toe tap songs whenever people are getting their first drink and putting their code in. and you'd see, you know, you knew you were doing all right if people were like unknown to themselves being like
bobbing their heads.
Yeah, so just nice, warm, bassy stuff.
And come here, would you have done a bit of speak in between? Would you have talked in between, honey?
I didn't like doing that. I didn't like doing that because I suppose I had no real concept. It's only really this last while I have any concept of how a mic works.
Yeah.
Because so you think because you can't hear yourself.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's not working.
This isn't working.
Yes. So you're like, nah.
Yeah.
So no, and I was very conscious. And I'm not dying about my voice.
Are you not?
Not really, no.
What do you mean? You don't like the sound of... Nobody really likes listening to their own voice back. But do you mean more you don't like public speaking?
Oh no, I don't have any issue with that at this stage. But no, it wasn't a vibe. It wasn't a vibe. But then no DJ. There's no need for it in a nightclub. I don't think.
Colin, I know.
You know.
Come on, ladies. Let's get started. I don't know what the fuck you would say. I struggle to speak in a microphone now without babbling or losing the track of what I'm meant to be saying.
You know, and then if like, what do you do? A birthday shout out or something like that, and then you have people coming up to the DJ box. They're like, you'd be like, oh, just write it down. You give them a pen and paper, and they write something like, you know,
and just never look at it.
I don't know.
See,
sure.
I used to sing in pubs, like as a pub singer, and but it was really, really cheesy. It was just me with my little piano and my bossa nova drum beats, and I would sing for like I mean wee bars in Donegal. I don't mean like big events, but it would just be me in the corner just singing "Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree," you know, bangers like that. Yeah, right. With a wee like ding tick tick ding tick tick ding tick, and every now and then I would have to speak, and I hated it. Like, I'd be there for maybe 2.5 hours of an evening, and if I'd have to speak, I would just be like, thank you, this next song is as a request. It's just come in for... I would make everything a request because I didn't know what else to say.
Yeah.
So I'd just make up requests, and then it got to the stage where I only had about 10 songs when I started in my set list, but I didn't think it mattered because everybody was so pissed and people were leaving. I was like, sure, by the time I'm starting the next one, they won't be here. But it was somewhere... I was in this bar and there wasn't that many people there and people were not leaving. Bastards. And I got to the end of my 10 songs and I just went, well, somebody in here really likes Road Rage by Catatonia because I've had a request to sing it again. They're all just looking at each other going, who was that?
That's so wrong. Tie a yellow ribbon into Road Rage by Catatonia.
That's the level of detail I put into not thinking about whatever I was doing. I was like, what can I play? I need to fill some time.
See, whenever you said tie a yellow ribbon, then I was thinking that you would go straight into I'm on the top of the world.
Like, yeah, anything to fill time. Do you know what the funniest one? My sisters and I still laugh about this because I used to take myself so seriously. I used to sing Picture of You by Boyzone, right?
Fantastic. I will say that.
Uh-huh.
Brilliant pop song.
It's a good song.
Brilliant song.
And there's a part in it where I had the wee backing and everything. I would use it and it always got everybody in the bar. Like I would do it later in the evening, later in my set, and people would all be like, I had a picture. So there's a little part where the music drops out and Ronan Keating goes, aye.
Yeah.
I used to do that like I was in Wembley. I used to like drop out the back of the music and go, aye.
Oh, people be like, yeah, bitch.
I'd be like 7 people in a pub in Downing somewhere, you know. They'll all be like, wow. Yeah, I thought, sorry, Ollie. He's screaming at him.
No, I have to say, I fall on my sword there with Boyzone with my assertions about them, but that's a brilliant pop song.
But people would come up and request things, and I'd just be like, I don't know. Never, don't know. I don't know. I don't know that song, so I don't know. Is it one of these 10 songs? No, well then I can't do it. Away you go.
And would you have received payment for said gigs?
Yeah. Just get paid. I had Bridie Gallagher's former manager helping me. That was my dad. So he took the approach like I was some massive star.
Right.
And he'd be like, see that I was being paid in punts at the start of it. That's how long ago it was.
Right.
You'll pay her 50 punts and no less, you know, for 3 hours work.
Not a shilling less. And what did you do with your 50 punts then? Did you buy football special with it?
No, I started doing it when I went to uni. So I would come home because I was in Scotland for university, and then I would come home for the whole summer and do it, and then Easter and New Year's and then whatever. So it was my money. It meant I only started working, like I had a job in a bar as a student, but that was in my 3rd year. So the first 2 years I I didn't have to.
And is it transferable skill? Do you play guitar or?
No. Right. I can play enough on a number of different instruments to convince a classroom of children that I can play every instrument.
Okay.
So I can play enough guitar chords. Be like, but that's enough of that now. You get the idea. I can make a sound and most tenor horn just. Anyway, I don't want to bore you.
It's not like I used to roadie for Ugly Kid Joe.
So no, it's mainly just piano. But I used to play the oboe in school in the orchestra, which is quite random. But yeah. No.
Have you ever fallen out of love with it?
With music? In a way, a little bit whenever I was teaching. I think it got to the stage, because I left teaching when I turned 30. And it's weird. I never really wanted to. This is why I was in two minds about doing it at university, because I loved it so much. I didn't want it to become my work, which is actually, that's not the way to think about it now, really. You should, I think that is what you should do. If you can't make money out of it, that's what you should be doing. Do what you love. But it became, it just got bogged down in just being about teaching and about all the other stuff that goes around teaching that isn't fun.
Yeah.
And then and I was just and I stopped performing. So the longer I taught, the less performing I did. And I was in danger of becoming one of those teachers who was just like, no, kids, I'll show you what. Let me, will I? I'll take the lead here, shall I?
Don't make me sing.
Don't make me sing, kids. But, and don't get me wrong, I love teaching. I loved that. Like, there's nothing I loved more than doing like a group, like a class, and getting them all performing. We'd all do music and gig together, basically. Yeah. That's what it felt like. But, yeah, I hadn't performed for a really long time. So it was only when I left teaching, there was a period of time where I didn't perform at all, stopped playing the piano, and it was only then doing comedy that I kind of started doing it again, which was a couple of years after that, after I quit. But and I keep forgetting that I am a musical comedian, because I can get very distracted in trying to change my act and do a wee bit more.
No,
you get a wee bit pressured, I think, whenever you're surrounded by other people who aren't doing that, to start thinking I should be doing more of this. And I found myself coming away from doing music. The
fucking irritating thing about you is your act in front of the piano is every bit as good as your act when you're in behind it.
Oh, well, thank you. Not everybody thinks that, but thank you.
But it is, though, because you're like, you can't. There's no difference in authenticity, if you know what I mean. Like, you can't. It's not a case of she's going to try. She's going to try and tell some jokes now. Fuck's sake, but that's certainly how I see it.
Yes,
and that's something like that likes me and Darren would be standing in the back room going, that fucker. And I say she's as good out in front as she is in behind it. They'd be like, I know, it's fucking sickening. So it. Yeah. There's
that's nice.
No one of those things feels disingenuous or feels like,
Yeah. Well, it didn't always feel like that for me, because when I first started, I never really did any sort of material. I would just do the songs, and I would because I had no confidence in trying to do any type of storytelling or jokes or anything. I would just song. And then I got to the stage, I think it was around during COVID, when I got really in my head about the music entirely. I was just like, I shouldn't be doing this. That's not really stand-up. I should just be doing material. And I've come away from that again, because I was like, actually, no, that's a bit of a nonsense that nobody's telling me. I've just come up with this idea myself.
It's hard to not be swayed by what you see, though, and what everybody else is doing, and people who are really successful, what they're doing, and thinking to yourself, oh.
Yeah, I know. But the danger with that is you get away from what's authentically funny about you.
Yeah.
So whatever was funny about you, and you have to lean into that more, because I found myself trying to do more. I wouldn't say like trying to write more jokes or whatever, but just trying a style that wasn't really me. You can tell it doesn't work.
Yeah, I think audiences can tell that, even if they don't know you, they can sense.
You get a sense of like, you're not comfortable with this, and it's not your natural place, and whatever. But I'm trying to write more. I've got a new show, as have you.
Well, I was coming around to that.
Yes, and I am still. Tickets are on sale now. It's still a work in progress. I've done a few works in progress of it, but I'm still kind of tweaking it. But
so that's in the Lyric. In
the Lyric, this is Nice Lady in the Lyric on the 4th and 5th of September. But I'm also going to do a wee small tour around Northern Ireland afterwards. I just haven't put my dates out yet because I'm still waiting for a few places to put their tickets on sale. But I don't know when this goes out. Maybe it'll be up whenever.
Yeah.
Whenever. But I think
this is going up tonight at 12 o'clock.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well,
so have at it.
So, yes, I'm going. So, where are you doing?
I'm doing, so funnily, on the 5th of September,
yes,
as well, I am in the Bank Bar in Newry.
Yes.
In the Treasury Suite.
Okay, so we'll split the audience. Half of them can go to you.
That's the one that you did.
Yes, yeah, that's a great room.
Up the stairs. So I'm doing it, and it's sold out, thankfully.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm in Armagh on the 12th of September in the Marketplace in the studio.
Class.
And are you on there?
Yes.
Lovely. And then on the 19th, I'm in Daly's in Omagh. And
of September again?
September again. And then I think on the last Sunday of September, which is the 27th, I'm going to be in Sunflower.
Oh, lovely.
So...
Oh, I'll come to that one.
I haven't put that one up yet. So I'm sort of like, oh...
Well, I'll come to that one. That's handy for me. No, I'm doing the Lyric, and then I've got Armagh on the 3rd of October, Lisburn on the 7th of November, and then Derry on, oh my goodness, somewhere in November, 21st of November.
Where are you in Lisburn?
The Island Arts Centre.
Oh yeah, and Derry in...
The Playhouse.
Lovely.
Right, Leanne, I have stopped putting pressure on myself to sell these places out. I've just... life's too short. And I haven't done like a proper tour in years and years and years because I hate trying to sell tickets to things. I hate pushing shows, and I'm not. I obviously would love for as many people as possible to come, but I'm not going to get in my head about whether it's a sold out show or not. I just want to do the show. Yeah. So I'm doing 3 nights at the Fringe in Edinburgh at the end of August, and then I'll do the shows here.
Excellent.
And hopefully by the time I take it to Edinburgh, I hope I have it all sort of like figured out and ready to go.
Yeah.
But it keeps changing.
Fair enough.
How's yours going? Have you done your full hour yet?
No.
Anywhere? No. It's just coming together.
Of course, I haven't. It'll probably... I'm aiming for 50 minutes. And then I'm going to assume there'll be digression involved in that, which might take it over the hour. Though, like, this is a big thing for me to because I've never headlined before. Mm-hmm. Me and Darren did a split headline one time a couple of years ago now, actually, coming up in my own place, but like that's very much a home gig. We did the town hall, actually. There was a split. I think it was 40 minutes each or something.
Yes.
So this is just, I said I'll give it a rattle and see what comes out of it, like
and whether it's 45 minutes or an hour, it doesn't matter. I think you can get far too distracted in it needing to be like there's some mythical rule somewhere that it has to be this number of minutes for it to be worthy of being a show. It doesn't have to be at all.
45 minutes of quality, is better than an hour and 10 of...
Yeah, no one cares. Nobody's like, I used to think this, like, so the first show I did, this is like nearly 10 years ago, it was probably about just under an hour long, and I was so freaked out at the idea of charging people like a full ticket price to come and see a show that only lasted an hour. I was in my head thinking films are like an hour and a half, and theatre productions are like 2 hours. I was like, nobody wants that.
But there's an engagement both ways, and like a film can be quite passive, whereas it's constant communication.
That's right. Yes. And people get tired. You see like an hour and 45 minutes in, you're like, I've been to gigs like big people, like when they do like stadiums or whatever, and you're like, it's enough.
Yeah. Especially if you have a support
act as well. You're a bit like, you'd rather have, like, I know it's an old fashioned, like, leave them wanting more, but you don't want anybody sitting there like stifling or looking at their watch, sort of checking, is this much longer? Yeah. So
plus I always think to myself, actually, as an audience member, like, is there anywhere I can get chips?
Yes.
Because a lot of places are now closing at like 10, 11, you know,
Yes.
and the days of getting a chippy at 2 o'clock in the morning are gone.
I know.
So I'm like, I fucking
We will start this early so that everyone can get home, get their chips, get home, bras off.
Yeah. Oh, bra
In
off in the
bed.
car.
As you exit stage left.
Yeah. Ping. Well, no, get the chips first. You don't want to be walking into the chippy with, you know,
Them all.
ah,
I'm only imagining what it's like to have big boobs with no bra because I don't know. So I'm imagining it's, you know.
it's pendulous. It's pendulous. So when are you in the lyric then? That's on the
4th and the 5th of
4th and the
September.
5th. Right, okay. Good stuff.
On the main stage. It's amazing. I'm amazed at myself for my having put forward that as an idea to the lyric, and
Yeah.
they said yes. And I was like, okay.
Did you enjoy Mandela?
Yes.
Whenever you did it?
Loved it.
Yeah.
That, and the thing I loved about that was, well, you were there as support and you were too good. So I won't make that mistake again. And but you did. You blew the roof off the place. And but it was such a good night, and I didn't have to think about my show that night. I had done it so many times up until that point, because I had done it at the Fringe the summer before,
What
and I
was
just
it called?
delighted, and I just got to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I see when you've done it enough time, and that's why I think it's brilliant. It's so important. If you're doing a show, if you're doing an hour, you have to do it more. You can't just do it once and then go, well, that was that done, because you won't really get to do it properly. You'll be you're so concerned with like it. You're in your head about what goes where, and so the more you do it, the more you start to really enjoy performing it, rather than, for me anyway, remembering it and sort of having to. So, but that's why I love the Mandela Hall. That was.
Yeah,
good.
I hadn't been in it since I went to see Chic in 2012.
Okay.
It was completely different.
Oh yeah,
you know,
it's
it
all
was,
been renovated.
Yeah, so nice. So what about the podcast then? Who's your next guest, or
Who have I on now? I've got this week's episode's just gone out today, and it's a very funny one. It's with 3 comedians. Eleanor Morton, who's from Scotland, Eseth Sears from Wales, and Mary Flanagan from here. And the 3 of them they're all working comedians in their own right, but they have a panel show called 8 out of 10 Celts that they've been doing at festivals, and they were over in Belfast a few weeks ago doing it, so they came on, and we had a very funny conversation about Nadine Coyle. So that's this week. Who have I got coming up? I'm trying to remember. Well, I don't want to say their names because they keep rescheduling and we keep trying to
well, should we know who that is? We know who that is. No prizes for guessing.
Mr. Tim McGarry, I'm going to be speaking to him shortly, and David Doherty-Jebb, he's next week's guest. I've recorded that one.
He's a legend.
Brilliant. We had a great old chat about, I had had him on before, and we were talking just at the end of the last episode, we were talking about Bette Midler, and I was saying how much I love Bette Midler, and he's like, my God, I love Bette Midler. So I brought him back.
I'm so shocked that he would love Bette Midler.
So brought him back, and we had a Bette Midler heavy episode, so that's next week's. But yes, podcast is, what episode number is this?
This,
yeah, the one
currently,
we're doing.
I've no idea, 14 or 15 maybe.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, well, I
Because
mean,
a lot of people get to about 10 and then go, ugh.
Listen, it's a miracle, because I usually get to about 3 or 4 and I'm like, I'm so nice, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it's for some reason, I'm trying not to jinx myself there.
Yes.
But yeah, it can be a hard old slog. To try and
Produce it, get it out of you.
Yeah. Who would be your ideal, just to wrap up, who'd be your ideal podcast guest?
I would, Joanne McNally. I'd love to speak to her. And Lisa McGee.
Oh, okay.
I had, I'm very good at sort of messaging anyone and everyone that I would like to come on the podcast and being ignored. So I can take rejection. But I have, yes. So I've messaged Lisa before, but I think she's a bit busy at the minute.
Yeah.
I'm Bette Midler. I mean, if we're having anybody.
Yeah. It'd be fun to have her on and not invite David on. Just be like, some say love, fuck you. Yeah, I don't know who I would love to have on, actually.
Do you mean, like, think locally first of all? Like, is there anyone left in Northern Ireland?
Julian Simmons.
Uh-huh.
Amanda, my pal who does this with me sometimes, she has wowzers in her trousers for Julian.
Right.
Not literally, but just the concept. I just think it would be amazing I think it's the way he talks, it's the way he speaks.
Yes, I think he'd be very up for that.
And he'd be like, yeah, well, I mean, he's
he's been on a few others, yes.
Well, I don't know. He's been on with Shane and stuff, and maybe on with Dave or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know if he'd want to haul ass down to Newry.
I'm sure he would. He's a busy man, isn't he? He'll be down here hosting something at some point.
He'll be doing something. Yeah, something. I don't know. I don't know. I would love a few different people, but
Gillian, what about bigger worldwide? Anyone in the world?
Mr. Worldwide.
Paul Abdul.
I don't think I love Janet, but I don't think you get much crack out of her. She's quite softly spoken and stuff.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like to try and explain the nuance of Armagh versus Down to her. I think she'd be like, what the fuck? God, that's a good one now. I think I'd like somebody like, I don't know, again, I love me owl murders and my crimes and stuff.
Yes.
Maybe serial killer. Maybe, go into the clink somewhere and be all like, what's happening?
Give us some of your crack.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Are any of them still alive? A lot of the big famous ones have died. Lucy Leppy, get her on.
Well, I mean, there's a question mark over that.
I haven't watched the documentary. I don't know.
But I don't know. I suppose back in the day, like, I mean, would it have been fun to go and see Peter Sutcliffe? I don't know. And have the crack with him.
Ask him about his favourite 90s tracks.
Yeah, I don't know. Would he have been a steps man? Everything would have been in prison. Like he'd have been in prison from like the mid-80s. So,
yeah. So I don't know. Bit of Wham. Who knows? Who knows what he's been forced to? Well, he's dead
he
now.
was a bad boy.
He was, yeah. Very good.
On that note, on that perfect pun, thank you very much for coming to Newry.
Not at all. All the very best with your tour and your podcast,
and all the very best with your tour and your podcast.
I fucking see you in Armagh.
Yeah.
Well, if you're
women supporting women,
have your that's so much. Has your Armagh show sold out? All right. So if you wanted to see Leanne and you couldn't get tickets, could you come and see me instead?
Are you doing the studio or the big room?
The studio.
I'm doing the studio as well.
Tickets available soon. I shall put them up when they're up.
Good. Get them up the fuck.
I know, I might just put it up in it. The tickets aren't actually on the website yet, but I'll just put the date up anyway and say tickets coming soon.
Boom. Get it done.
Boom.
Right. God bless.